Pluto in the houses. What is Pluto? Pluto is a planet of power. It's a planet of transformation. It's a planet that deals with everything that you go through. It helps transform you to make a better person. So it represents death, rebirth, rebirth to your better self, evolution, and it represents seeing the hidden, or seeing things that other people don't see. This is a planet that can see through the BS. So anybody possess this energy, they can see through the BS. So Pluto deals with your power. It's all about power. And when dealing with power, the Pluto individual will go through things that deal with power, or certain things that they into is what they will have power over. So when we take it to the houses, in the first house, Pluto, this is your personality. This is how you look. This is forever govern you. And just not only govern you, it don't matter what your ascendant is, or what your rising sign is, or what your sun sign is, or what your moon sign is. Pluto is a big part of you. So power in what? Power is whatever you are determining, and that's deal with the hidden things of life. You like to know. You like to know the mysteries of life, and your sexity is very important. Sexity is very important. So breaking the taboos that deal with sex, breaking the taboos that deals with religion, bringing out new ways, and putting spirituality out there, because you are the truth revealer. And so Pluto love to reveal the truth, love to cut down the BS. Pluto is tough. So this deal with the way you speak might be tough, the way you look might be tough, and even without knowing that you appear to be tough, other people might see you as tough, and they might be scared of you. But at the same time, you're very interested and sexy in the one who they admire, because you like strong, like the warrior planet. So basically, this is a planet, a warrior, yeah, spiritual warrior. When you go through whatever you go through, all the struggles, because you can go through it on be a street person, or even if you ain't on the streets, you might go through the power struggles of fighting, fighting for this, going through pain, struggling to pay the bills. Because Pluto even get so down and out to even to commit murder and take revenge. So Pluto is a planet to take revenge too. So once you master yourself, you'll be above all that. That's why I deal with transformation. And the way you transform, since it represents the first house yourself, after you go through it, all the years you will have wisdom. You can see through the BS. And also you're very much psychic. You're very much psychic. You're very much clairvoyant or empath. And you're very much a medium who can channel energy within your body. And so Pluto deals with the underworld, the hidden world, the world that's within you, and a world that people can't see, but you understand it. And so this makes you super smart. You're super intelligent. So you can be a psychologist and a mastermind. So this is the first house. So your excitement deals with stimulating your mind. And also anything that you're curious about, you like to know. Like you like to, this excites you to dive off into the unknown, so you can be an investigator. And also you can be a scientist, because you like to dissect. You like to dissect and decode things, break down things, and this is what you love to do, because you're all trying to bring out the truth. And so this is the planet that ain't with the BS. You're more serious minded, but at the same time, you're a cool individual. But you only mess with a few. You still security aren't. You try to mess with nothing but those you consider real or truthful. And this is your first house traits. And so how you transform is what you go through in life. And this is the house to Aries, house of taking action. So this is also yourself. So how you transform is when you learn how to have self-love and master yourself, master your emotions, because you have very strong emotions. And if it explode, you can tear down the whole community with your emotions and snap on anybody, because you don't bar none. And so this is what you got to watch out for, because this is part of who you are. Pluto, you are the power. So you got to master yourself, master your emotions. So through self-mastery is how you can transform to your higher self. So Pluto is all about reaching the highest extent, and will do anything to accomplish its objectives. Now, since y'all know about the first house, now you know how Pluto operates. So now I'm about to go through the houses. This is Pluto itself. So this Pluto in all the houses. So the same trick will be carried on into all the houses. It just the errors in the house is how Pluto will operate. Like, so this deal with your power right here. You know what I mean? So you ain't afraid of nothing. You fight for family and those you love. You go all out. You know what I mean? For those you love, and you can admire people from a distance and show love to people from a distance. You ain't got to be all up in their face, cause it's all about real. You don't ride nobody coattail at all. You do your own thing, and you yes, but you can be very jealous and very possessive. So watch out for that. Like, this mine's, this your territory, or this your people, or this your family member. You know what I mean? You can be very territorial, and anything that come against that, you could go to war about. And you're not scared, you go all out. So with that being said, this is the first house, yourself. Your transformer is everything that you go through in life, that you will learn from. All the struggles, all the pain, you got the ability to transform and overcome every obstacle to reach your higher self and be that teacher and to be that healer. And be the teacher, the healer, the scientist, that detector. Yes, you can be all of that. And definitely that psychic, the most powerful psychic, because you're not afraid of the darkness or the dark side or the negative side. You're not afraid of nothing. So even when you positive, you're not afraid of that, to walk in them environments, even when you in the right state, because you know how to move. You got to live through wisdom. Now, but you also can be paranoid and fearful on the downside. Paranoid and fearful, not fearful far as being very scared, but fearful as that it could trigger you to snap on people because you think somebody out to get you through paranoia. So now when Pluto is in the second house, it's about what you value in this house. It's all about your material possessions. So this is what you would snap about. And this is what you would go through when dealing with money, dealing with your income, dealing with finances. This is what you'll go through. You have battles and fight over that and everything about the money and everything that you possess. It could be a house, car, it could be a family member, it could be your loved one, anybody that you feel possessive over. This is what you'll go through. It could be arguments with your family members or those you love. It could be, your community. But this is what you value. Cause this deal with Venus. So even your creative skills, you know what I mean? You'll go hard to accomplish your objective. I mean, put out your creativity, dealing with business. So in this house here, you could transform and be a world business ruler. Pluto also deal with generations. Just like the first house, it ain't just about the individual. It's about everybody who under that generation in the first house. That's to every individual. Every individual that's under the first house, that's yourself. The second house, Pluto generation deals with finances, income. It deals with your value and your self-worth. So you will have no problem here because you're already a powerful individual and you're already about money. Because Scorpio or Pluto energy is all about money anyway. So you have no problem here. But the problem will be having a balance between going all out for your money, because you'll fight hard for it. You will even kill for it. And not all of you, but a lot of you would do things to get money. And you do good at running businesses. You do good at running business that deal with food, that deal with landscape, businesses that deal with any type of business. Because this house here love money. So you can do the underworld things to get money, like be a part of a mob boss or a crime boss or part of a gang leader getting money. So this is the house that will go to the lowest. Ain't afraid of the dark side. So, but after a while, you'll transform, you'll understand. You got to probably overcome that and become like a teacher, healer, or a financial advisor and counselor, and be very good with money and own corporations. So in this house here, it's about what you value, and it's about what you love, it's about what you want, what you desire. So your sexy to the highest, so you stress it. You might be the type who dress sexy. It don't matter if you're male or female. You know what I mean? If you're a male, you might want to show your muscles. A female might want to show her curves and put on sexy outfits and stuff like that. Because you're not afraid. This is the house that you carried out. This is the Earth house, Earth Venus. It's Mother Earth. So Pluto show is Mother Earth nature. That's your power, Mother Earth power. And so also to deal with the Venus power in this house in the earthly way, practical way. So you're very practical. So you need facts. You like to dive off into the code. This is the house to do that. To dive off to the secrets. This is the house to do that. The second house, about what you value. If you value the mysteries of life, you will find out. You'll get into things that like scientists, a detector to help you make money and stuff like that, investigator, things that help you make money to deal with the hidden knowledge of the secrets of life. So you the type who will bring new things into being, and you'll do it in a creative way. Because this is the house of creativity, so you make a great interior designer, anything that deal with creativity, music, arts. This house will master that. You bring the way you'll do things will be different. You'll bring out new ways and new truths to life. Because Pluto is always discovering, revealing the truth, and always transforming. So you always a change. You can change personality that deal with businesses, changing businesses up, changing, you know what I mean, attitudes that dealing with businesses and stuff like that until you find yourself and reach your higher self. You go through death, and death means dying out new ways, dying out businesses to create new businesses and transforming. Now, when Pluto is in the house of Gemini, Pluto is all about the mind, communicating. So Pluto, you'll be mind power, you'll be communication power, you'll be expression power in this house. So yes, because Pluto is power. So you add the Mercury. Mercury deal with the mind, deal with communication power. So this generation here is great communicator, not express themselves in different ways. They go with the lingo, go with the words. So these are the type people who can pick up on the lingo quick. I mean, and create their own lingo. And these people here can bring out the truth if people trying to speak bad about an individual through language. Like you trying to say something bad to these individuals, they understand through the lingo. They understand. You can't even out slick people in this house. You can't out slick people in this house. Because these Pluto people in this house understand. They know if you're trying to deceive them. They can see through the truth. And also, they love knowledge. This house love knowledge. This is the house of knowledge. So since this deal with the man of knowledge, these people here will be the ones who bring out new knowledge and bring out the truth from fake knowledge and discover and expose things. So this house here, yes, this house here are definitely the true seekers, and they psychically has telepathy powers, and they are great mind readers, and they are clairsentients because in Mercury get an understanding of their psychic ability. So this house is one of the houses that most likely to be psychic because they have great understanding of how the energy works. Energy is words, is vibration. They understand all that. So this house here, the Pluto people here, they make great teachers, healers. They make great people that deal with science, that deal with lingo, the translators in this house. And these people here, you cannot lie to, so they couldn't be great judges if they could tone down, if they could balance themselves out. You know what I mean? So, because they deal with the mind. But most likely they'd be like scientists, investigators, researchers, hunters, bounty hunters, because they can track you down. They very much psychic. They great mediums. They have all the psychic abilities in the house of Mercury, get an ability to understand it. And so Mercury deal with the mind so they can visualize too. So with that being said, not only communicate, intuitively communicate, you can't even come to them with lies or BS because they can break you down. They can see through it. So don't never step to Pluto in the third house people, because they can see through it and they ain't going for anything, and they don't mess with anybody because they can pick up on the lingo good. They can pick up on your face expression good, the way you move your hands. They can pick up on all that, your body language. They understand that. So they can break you down quick. So this house here, they power deal with the mind power, philosophy, knowledge, bringing out the truth, deal with spirituality, their divinity. Yes, higher mind, higher thoughts. So these people here is here to be your spiritual teachers. They're here to be the communicators who can be your representative when talking about communicator. But the way they communicate is strong, powerful. So it might sound like it's hard or tough, like because these Pluto people are tough. So it could be hard communication, or they can switch up though because they all transforming. So they always transform when dealing with knowledge, when dealing with, which means old knowledge is dying, is dead. So deal with death. So they transform into another way, another set of knowledge or truth. So they all transform and keep going. They don't stay on one subject, one topic, and one thing. They all transform, even their personality. They will go through things that deal with speaking, that deal with mind challenges with people. They always arguing and debating and battering We're dealing with the mind, or people might hate them because they got a powerful mind, or they're good communicators, so things of that nature. So in this house here, they deal with siblings, so they can have battles with their siblings, could deal with power struggles, or their siblings could look up to them because they deal with power, and they deal with their neighbors. So they might be good with their neighbors, or they might have problems with their neighbors because they're powerful people. And so now, when you got Pluto in the fourth house, Pluto in the house of emotions, in the house of Cancer, the crab, wow, power. So this psychic power, mother power, nurturing power, caring power. So this is where they get their power from: caring, nurturing, being the one the great psychic for you. And the psychic power is to help you and to nurture you and to bring that love to you. So this love power, this all the mother power there is. So this is strong placement. This strong placement because it's very spiritual, very divine, and they would like to know people's thoughts. They would like to know people, their children in the world thoughts, would mean people in general, in ways. So they want to know what's hidden in your mind and your thoughts, and they want to know your emotions and your feelings. So they be good psychologists in this house, and so they be good therapists in this house, and they know ways to heal in this house. So these are great healers and great nurses, great doctors, great surgeons, and things of that nature, because they all want to help you. They care for you. And you can't deceive the people in this house like how you can deceive a regular Cancer, because Pluto is in here. See what I'm saying? Pluto can see through the BS, and Pluto don't go for anything. Pluto deal with power, so it'd be emotional powers. Pluto would show its Classictian powers through emotions, and psychically read you, can feel your vibes. So you can't tell them anything. They can feel when you're down and out. They know you're wrong. It's I feel power. I feel power. I feel. It's transforming power from your emotions. So the emotions are always transforming. And so in this house, they have to be able to control their emotions. So they deal with the home. So it's home power. So they feel comfortable at home, not only in the home, but also the home within themselves. So these people love to meditate. So channeling their energy is what they probably do often. And if they don't, they probably got a wild spirit. So they need to channel their energy. So in this house here, they make great gurus, those who meditate, but they just can't be a guru because they got to have something to put the energy into. So they'd be like spiritual healers and psychic investigators, and your people who do martial arts and karate. You know what I mean? Because they need something where they can feel comfortable at home at. They feel home in the spiritual realm. Even martial arts is very sacred and spiritual, that had them in tune. So they need something that put them in tune. So even they might do it in the home, or they're gonna do it in some type of building or somewhere where they feel comfortable at. So these people in this house like to feel comfortable. Where they feel comfortable at, this is the area of life that they will win in. So if they go through it, it'd be powers that deal with the family, power struggles that deal with the family. So it could be their mom, they can fall out with their moms, or they could be in good with their family. They be so protective of their family, they would definitely kill for their family or die about their family, because they're very protective over their family. So this protective powers in this house, protective powers, family power. So family is everything in this house. And so they're always trying to find out the family tree, going all the way back, maybe thousands of years. They want to know. And so these people are very good at finding anything. They're good at being investigating. They're good at not only investigating, finding facts, but also from within themselves. Because they channel energy, so they can talk to spirits and talk to their grandma or their ancestors type things. They deal with the ancestors in this house. And this is when Pluto is in the fourth house. So Pluto do good in another water house. So Pluto will be the master. You'll be the master of emotions, which means emotional intelligence. You have classictian powers, empathic powers, and you'll be that medium who channel all that energy. Yes, very clairvoyance. Yes, and clairaudience. You have all the psychic abilities in this house. Very powerful and vibrate highly. So Pluto deal with the moon. Doing the moon cycles in this house, that's when you can really feel it. Really come on. Your moon, Pluto energy come really on. This is when you're really in your powers and you can manifest whatever you want, but you got to channel it and meditate. And this is how you win in this house. And this is Pluto power in the motion house, power in the family house, power because they deal with finance structure. So you make a great business person, good with doing anything that deal with the homes, real estate, anything that deal with business in general. So anything that deal with social work, counseling, teaching, healing, psychic work, anything that deal with astrology, numerologist to help people, anything that deal with something to help people, and also to help yourself. Self-help is very much a need in this house. And this is Pluto in the moon house. Now, you got Pluto in the 5th house, and this is my house right here. And this is the house of Leo. This is the sun. Pluto in the sun house. So this is darkness in the house of light. So this is when darkness turn into light or have fun. So darkness have fun in this house. So how do Pluto have fun in the sun house? Pluto have fun when it can dissect and find the mysteries of life and the code. We love to break down things for fun, like to be a psychologist for fun and know what people think for fun. I'm talking about out of nowhere. Like some people, they do it as a job, but in this house, they do it for fun. This is what they love to do. It's like a hobby, so they enjoy doing it. They do it all the time. And so in this house here, they always trying to figure out somebody's mind, their thoughts, because they deal with the sun, consciousness, and they love people happy, and they try to find out why people not happy. So they all find out the answer, so they can read you like a book in this house. It's sort of like sun conjunction Pluto, so it's sort of like a Scorpio. In this house, it's sort of like a Scorpio, but more on the sunny side because they deal with Leo. So boom. So they got these Scorpio traits. These people in this house, they like to show their sexity because it's the house of sex, sex affairs, the house of creativity. So they like to show their creative skills in the 5th house, in this house. And anywhere they go, they like to crank up. So this fun power, deal with fun power. It deal with the heart power because this is the house of the heart. The sun is the heart. So the heart is intuitive, the intuitive psychic powers, intuitive empath powers. So they actually got the psychic ability and the researcher ability and what they do for fun. They love to do this. And they're good with kids. They like to learn about kids. See, this house love to learn about kids because they want to know, they're curious. So this house is very serious when it comes to their learning hobbies, and this their power because they want to find the answers and the clues. And a lot of times they already know, but they want to confirm it. So the Pluto in this house, it'll be sexual power. It will be exploring different affairs because also this is the house that deals with romance. They call romance, well, I would say compassion power or love power. So they're very charming, has charismatic. They're very charming, has charismatic, where they attract anybody. The men in this house, like myself, attract all the women, the opposite sex. And the women will attract many men. So this house has great magnetic powers. And people can see the power. And people in this house, they can see it. They can see it. I mean, they might see, dog, they might see how attractive you are. But at the same time, they don't want to step to you. Because they can see the power in your eyes and the sexual magnetic powers in your eyes. But they still don't want to step to you because you're a powerful individual. I told you Pluto is a tough placement where it's very strong. And some people is afraid of that strength, even though they know it's good. But they like to follow that strength. So in this house, you be more like an example where people want to follow you and be like you. And they get mad because they can't be like you. And now they put the blame upon you. They blame you, but they found out that it was themselves trying to be like you. And now they understand that they can't follow your standards and expectations of life. And so once they understand that, they won't blame us who has the Pluto and Sun placement. So those who have Pluto and the Sun placement, you went through creative powers. You got creative powers. Yes, you're very creative, very skillful, and you do this for fun. All this you do for fun. This is like recreation. This house is recreation. You have sex for fun. So a lot of you have more than one partner because this is recreation. Kids. Be around kids, good with the kids, recreation. Knowing somebody's thoughts is recreation. Be an investigator for free. Doing this thing for free without even having a job. You just do it anyway. Be all on, like you got social media, you be all on other people's pages. You want to know about people. And people don't even know who you are. You want to know about it. You don't care. If you find a person that you see, you want to know all the information, how old they are. And if you can't see it on Facebook, you go to other social media sites. You go to other social media sites to find the answer. Because I'm that type of individual. I know you go all around the border to find the information that you need. And you get it. You end up getting it. And you just know about a person. They don't even know about you. You all in the cut. So Because Pluto is hitting now. Pluto is hitting too now. If they were hitting power, they were hitting light in this house. So looking within yourself, channeling your energy, being that media, being clairsentience, is a part of who you are. Being an empath is part of who you are, and also from your heart, highly intuitive. It's how you live. You live from your heart. You live from your soul. Cause this how they go about his heart. He love to have fun, and this how the way you have fun and like to explore. And you're very sexy and magnetic, and yes, and you won't even like search for the prices and find the cheapest prices when dealing with clothes and bargains. Cause Leo like to spend big, but Pluto in this house will find the cheapest price and bargain, but still look good. Cause look at me, I'm an example of that. Corey Tyrone Pankney, Kane Lit. I give you my whole name, Kane Lit. But I'm an example of that. I'm an example of like finding bargains, doing all this research all throughout the day to try to find it, and I end up finding a good bargain. And so they be like, "Oh, you paid a lot of money for it, but I don't even pay that much." And so they be surprised when I tell them the price. So Pluto is a good researcher right here when they're dealing with bargains and deals and stuff like that. In this house here, this house love to research, love to explore, and so this is very helpful. These people are naturally a hunter, and they do it for fun. They do it without even a price. They do it for fun. And so when they do get a job doing this, they do it anyway. And so in this house here, it's about creativity, all about fun. And the way they have fun is exploring and learning, and that's set in the code and want to know your thoughts and how you think and what makes you tick. And they intuitively read you for fun. And they like do things like that, the code way. And like to find out the truth and bring the light to the world, bring the wisdom to the world. The people are the truth seekers, and they love to expose some stuff in this house. So now, when we got Pluto in the 6th house, this is the house of Mercury, Earth. When they're dealing with Venus, this house not Venus, but the house of Virgo. So how Pluto operate in the house of Virgo, it's already love to investigate, it's already love to explore. So when it connects with Mercury, it makes you definitely have all the psychic abilities and skills, definitely the medium who understand the word. Not only understand the word, but actually show and prove it through facts. And so this house here like to read people, right? But at the same time, they like to have the facts. They like to confirm what they reading is right. How they read a person is right. So they got to have the facts to back it. So they listen to their intuition. They'll listen to their clairsentient abilities, what they feel through their body. The Mercury make them fast at reading people, but also they want facts sometimes. Sometimes they just need to do some more research and see if it's true what they read about a person, or hear from a person to confirm that they read them correctly. So this house here deals with helping people, serving people. So Pluto, how do Pluto help to serve people? Well, Pluto is a type that will be loyal and dedicated to you. But Pluto will inspire you in a strong way, because Pluto is tough. So how it will help you and serve you, Pluto will show you and break it down to you of how to do something. So Pluto will be a great teacher for you, and Pluto is a great healer in this house. So this house already is about healing, all about health. And so Pluto will listen to its psychic ability more than the mind, more than the intellectual mind. Pluto will listen to how it feels. Pluto do things its own way. It don't only be all about the Mercury spirit. Always want to think. Pluto will listen to its soul, to its heart, and what it says, and listen to its emotions. So Pluto could naturally feel it's something that's real without even using its thinking ability. So in this house here, Pluto is super smart. Pluto is all about health, Pluto is the ultimate healer in this house, without using all the intelligence in this house. Because Mercury like to think, and Virgo like to do it in the practical way. But in this house, Pluto sexity is to the highest, because Virgo is already secretive with it. So this is more like integrity power right here. So Pluto want to walk in integrity right here. And so Pluto will express his sexity in this house, and this will be like Pluto everyday routine. And this house deal with routine, so Pluto will research every day in this house, because this is like a routine. Pluto will help and serve people every day. Cause this give Pluto power. Pluto feel like it's a power when they help and serve people, when they give to people, or do things for people without wanting anything in return. Cause when you got a powerful planet don't want nothing back in return. Cause Pluto feel comfortable giving without wanting anything back. Cause Pluto feel like it is the boss. It is, cause Pluto could be very dominant in any house. So when it's in the sixth house, it could be dominant. When talking about helping you or serving you, it be very dominant and very bossy, but don't want nothing back at the same time. So Pluto you must control yourself when you're in the house of Virgo or Mercury, because Mercury love to learn. So Pluto very analytical. Not only can Pluto observe, but Pluto also can feel if it's true or not. So Pluto don't need to research sometimes because it's so analytical in this house and observe it. And so this makes you a great scientist, a great health doctor, a fitness trainer. That makes you a good scientist, like I say, investigator, detector. That makes you a good teacher. Yeah, very good teacher. Makes you a sage. You do anything that deals with the mind and deal with the spiritual realm. So you will go through things that deals with your health. You go through it, be in pain. Somebody around you might die that close to you. You might learn from that. You learn from the death of a loved one, those around you, somebody who you did look up to, can help transform your life. But it'll be something that you go through that deal with your health, or that deal with your mind. It could be mental health that you will go through to become a better person. So this will take you through all this so you can become somebody better. So with this being said, do what you do, because this is that virgin power. This is that intellectual psychic power or emotional intelligent power. This is that health power. This is that too righteous power. So watch out for not being too righteous, because this here is the place where you're very careful. You can read people like a book, and you can see through the BS in the house of Virgo. It's also about your mental power. So get your mind right in this house. Now, when we're dealing with Pluto in the seventh house, this is the house of Libra. When Pluto is in the house of Libra, and one of my placements is Pluto in Libra, so it's sort of like that, but this is the areas of life in the seventh house that deals with love, that deals with humanitarian issues, that deal with business, that deal with partnership and business, partnership all together, deal with relating to people, places, and things. So in this house, you're here to be that counselor, that guide for others, to be an example of what love is. So in this house here, you're an example of what love is in this house. So yours is love power. Yours is charming power, beautiful power. You're a beautiful person, beautiful individual. If you're not beautiful physically, you definitely got a beautiful soul. So you're very beautiful, love to help people. This your power. But you the type in the house of Libra or the seventh house that don't back down and don't bar nothing. And so you always dissecting the code of things and always finding out the truth when dealing with injustice. So anything that deal with injustice, you always trying to find out the truth to what is and what is correct, because you deal with the human behavior naturally in the house of Libra, because Libra is all about relating to people, and also Libras are all about relating to places and things. It's the scale. So your powers is the scale powers, justice power. It's the judge power. So you got great judging ability. So you can judge people's character good. So in this house here, it's about what you value, and your values are very important to you. And so in this house here, this is a cardinal house. Pluto do good, because Pluto is in his power in this house. Pluto get to interact with people, socialize with people, have fun with people. And since Libras, this house here is Libras is smart, deal with the air. When Pluto is in the air, Pluto is everywhere. Pluto will be in the past, the present, and the future, which means it'll be in the water, the earth, and the fire. So Pluto can really explore in this house. He really can do things in the house, deal with all type of information, and can put things together in this house. And this information is for fun. Pluto like to do this for fun, because this Pluto do naturally. But Pluto do use this information to help people, to read people. And not only to read people, but to help people heal. because you always showing people how to heal. You the great guy, the great counselor, showing people what they need to make it, what they knew what they need to change their life. So you the one who got the formula for people in this house, and this is Pluto in the house of Libra. So you definitely the sexy one, the one who so sexy, so sensual, and who express your sexity in this house, because it's Pluto and Venus effect right here. So in this house, your sexity starts in your mind. You can imagine you ain't even got to have a partner in this house. Your partner, you can have a partner in your mind. A sex partner, imagine that you have sex with a person that feels so real, because Pluto is emotions. So Pluto can feel even whatever Pluto imagine. So in this house here, a lot of you do have partners, and if you don't, you still can imagine it before it even happened. So it feels so real. You already know how the sex gonna be before you even get before you even have sex with your partner. You already know, because Pluto already know. This house here relates. This house knows the human behavior and nature. This house here know how to be the peacemaker and diplomat. So yours is peacemaker power, bringing the peace, and this is your power. By being cool and smooth, people love your aura. Feel so good because you are the good life. So Pluto in this house, definitely this is the good life. In the house of Libra, it's a good life. So your power is the one to be the ultimate healer, the ultimate psychic. But also you deal with social work, counseling, advising. This is your gift. Easy counseling, getting advice, do what you do naturally so people can get their life right. You are the guide to people's life. But also you help people to see their behavior. Also, you make a good judge. So to bring peace and bring balance and harmony in the environment. And so you will go through things that deals with peace, because you are fighting to gain peace. And you will learn from peace. This is how you will transform in this house. And in this house, this is how you will learn. So you go through things that deal with peace, that deals with harmony, that deals with also the mind. So you can be mentally ill, mental health, until you learn about the mind and learn how to elevate yourself so you can transform to be your best self. So you can be very good spiritual guru after a while, or healer. And to mind you, I got Pluto in Libra. You know what I'm saying? So this just like that when you got Pluto in the 7th house. So with that being said, you'll be good with information and knowledge. Pluto in knowledge, because deal with the air. Pluto good with communicating. So you got many ways to communicate. And this is a creative house. Pluto, that's very creative. So you're very creative. You're very creative. And you're here to use your abilities, your creative skills, all your ability to bring peace and harmony and love to the environment. So self-love is a must when dealing with you. So through self-love, you show people what love is. You're here to show that. And you're here to bring the peace to the environment, to be the peacemaker, and be the solution. Even if you have to correct an injustice, I mean, if you got to correct those who are murderous or violence, you go strong and hard against that until they are no more, or until they die down, because you want to bring harmony to the environment again. Because you know, if you don't eliminate a disease, it will continue to spread. So you're the type who will handle your business to eliminate that, even sacrifice. So you're here to bring that on a global scale. This is your power. Now, when you got Pluto in the house of Scorpio, shoot, you're in your regular house. Right now, I could do a little quick review of because this deal with, you already in your own house. This deal with psychic ability, the occult knowledge. It's just like the first house. It deal with occult knowledge, psychic ability. But see, since you're in this house, you do Scorpio things. Your sexity is high. You ain't scared to express it. You be the master of sex. You be mastermind. You be clairsentience, clairvoyance, a medium. In this house here, shoot, this your power. And you can do it on a global scale. Since in this house, this is the area of life that you operate on, is being a Scorpio. Even if you're not a Scorpio, if this is your house, which is Pluto in the 8th house, you'll be just like a Scorpio. So you can understand Scorpio type energy. So you'll do things, you'll be strong, but you could be possessive, you could be jealous. So watch out for all that. You'll be a great investigator, a great detector, a great scientist. You'll be a great healer, a great at anything that deal with the code knowledge, breaking down and bringing the truth is what you do naturally. And also you the one who can hide secrets and keep secrets. So boom, that's why people love to confide in you, and they love your power, they love your strength. But also you can be jealous, you can be possessive, like I say. So watch out for that. The thing is, you have the chance to be a world ruler, and this could be your powers. and spreading the love and showing people what the truth is. You are the one who will reveal the truth. So your desires are very important. Your sexuality is very important. You will fulfill it. And this is when you got Pluto in the 8th house. This all you gotta do, read up on more Scorpio traits, Google it, and you will find out more about the Scorpio traits, and that's you. When you got Pluto in the 8th house, now let me move on. We got Pluto in the house of Sagittarius. This Pluto will expand here. Pluto will expand, which means your power will expand. So it'll be universal, because Jupiter is a universal planet. So Pluto will expand here. Pluto's psychic gifts and powers will expand. Your wisdom will expand. So this is wisdom power. This is clairvoyance powers, the seer. So all that will expand. So you will grow in it. So this how I deal with growth. Love to learn, love to grow. And so Pluto will grow at being the best investigator, at being constantly aware. And Pluto will be good when dealing with dissecting the colon things, when dealing with other cultures and understanding the lingo and knowing what is true and what is not true. So Pluto is here for that. In this house, Pluto is learning. Pluto is learning through whatever it went through in his early years. So Pluto, whatever it went through in his early years, Pluto is learning from that. All the pain, all the struggles. Now Pluto would kill that and bring new ways to elevate itself. Because you always changing up in this house when dealing with knowledge, when dealing with information. First you on this knowledge, then you on that knowledge. You might first you might be a religious person, and then you see that it ain't the truth. You might be a Christian, then you might move to a Muslim, then you might move to a Hinduism, and then you finally get onto the path of spirituality, your divinity. But you will always transform, and it might change your name. You know what I'm saying? Because Pluto is always transforming, which means it can change its name, it can change the style, even though it can be fixed. But whatever Pluto fixed on, it can be ruthless for, because it can be very possessive. And so you can be very possessive when dealing with knowledge. You might want to keep your books and your thing house up with nobody. You don't want nobody to touch your books or touch your knowledge, stuff like that. Or you might fight hard for stuff that deal with your knowledge, your information. When you got people in this house, they might hurt you when dealing with knowledge or something like that. So you're very expressive, a good performer, good at communicating, very creative in this house, and things of that nature. So this house makes you the one who expand your consciousness, expanding in your mind. So it deal with conscious power, mind power, expansion of the mind power. Yes, your mind is always expanding, your powers are always expanding. You become stronger and stronger. Just be careful and try to balance it out, because you can be too strong and you can fall by that. You know what I mean? Because like the Scorpio energy, you got Pluto in Sagittarius. This is in house of Sag. And so Sag is like a free spirit. So Pluto you all fight for your freedom here. Because Pluto is a fighter. Pluto is a warrior. So your freedom is very important. You can feel when somebody coming against your freedom. So this is what you'll fight for, and this is what you'll go through, like in your early years. If you had to go through things that deal with freedom, you know what I mean? You be the type who liberate the people, or try to liberate the people. But first, you'll understand later on. You keep transforming. You'll understand that you only can liberate yourself. So once you understand that, you will grow in your power. So Pluto in the house of Sag, Pluto powers deal with wisdom, deals with the sage, deals with being not only the sage, but this is your generation. Like all the houses deal with generations, but also the individual too. But if this is in your chart, this deal with you right now. So when we talk about Pluto, the Pluto generation of the Sag generation, in the house of Sag, how Pluto operate through wisdom. Pluto listens to its clairsentient ability, its clairvoyance ability, its medium ability, and Pluto can also, like, sometimes don't even listen to the wisdom of others. So sometimes, like, the regular Sag will listen to other people, but still won't follow people's ways. But Pluto can say, I don't even want to hear that. So it's for you to open up and listen to others in this house. That's only on your stubborn side, your fixed side. But because you can see through the fake so much that you don't want to listen to those who you can see as fake. A regular Sag will listen to some of everybody, even though it don't admire everybody. But so you got Pluto in this house. Pluto powers is knowing who fake and knowing who's not fake. So Pluto could identify with the truth in this house. So you'll be a great sage, a great spiritual master, teacher, and healer, and a great guru, and very good at fighting, good at traveling and exploring. So you good at traveling and exploring in this house. So Pluto want to travel and explore, do anything that's fast paced and don't like to be bored in this house. So you be on many topics, many subjects, and multitask, and that second the coding thing. So you work very hard in this house, very persistent to accomplish your goals. Now, we got Pluto in the house of Capricorn. How do Pluto act in the house of Capricorn, the goat? So the goat is the cardinal house now. You know, like the Sag was mutable, so Pluto do a lot of things. But this is the house of cardinal. So Pluto like to initiate when dealing with business and dealing with structure and dealing with order. And so Pluto will fight to keep its order. And so Pluto will go through it when dealing with structure and dealing with order. Pluto would go through it when dealing with business and can't conform to other people ways of doing things because it want to be the authority figure in this house. So Pluto want a reputation in this house. So reputation means a lot. Leaving a legacy means a lot in this house. Pluto individual would do anything to leave a mark about something. If it's positive or negative, they will leave a mark about something. So they'll fight hard to get there. They'll use psychology and all their psychic gifts to get there. And they will accomplish unless they die. Because you could also die in this house. This house could deal with a person dying. You know what I mean? If it's not yourself, it could be your parents, somebody close to you dying. And when dealing with family, and this help transform you to be the person that you are, and you can be actually hardcore and too serious in this house because this is a serious house. So when Pluto in this house, it ain't no fun. It's all work. Want to do everything to provide. Want to do everything to accomplish something. And so Pluto want to dissect and bring out the truth, but want to get paid for doing that. In this house, Pluto want to get paid for doing what it's love to do, which is dissect and knowing what's true. So being a detector, being an investigator, being a scientist, being a healer, being a psychic, Pluto want to get paid in this house. Ain't no such thing as doing it for free. I mean, they're going to do it anyway, but they want to get paid if they're doing business with you. Unless they balance themselves out and don't make it all about money. Because this house here is career oriented. So they are very goal oriented. Pluto always got a goal, and Pluto going to accomplish whatever the goal may be. And so in this house here, love money. So it deal with money. Pluto will accomplish money. Pluto will come into money. Because this deal with money power. Money and the power. Just like Pluto in the second house is money and the power. Pluto in the 10th house is money and the power. Money and the power. This is the house for it. And so you be organized, running organized gangs on a lower scale. You can run organized gangs and be into the criminal enterprise or activity, be the mob boss, anything like that. But on the upside, you be the type in your power. You be a powerful individual, organized, power. This house deals with self mastery, so you're able to master yourself after you go through a lot of things. It take a while for a person to progress in this house, but when you do progress, when dealing with your behavior, you will master yourself. And when you master yourself, you can be a great teacher and healer to everyone that's around you. Because Saturn deal with a teacher, it teach you, and it deal with struggles, deal with time, it deal with pain, it deal with. And so a lot of times you might be off beat, off schedule, off point, because Pluto want to do what it want to do. Pluto don't like a time schedule, but Pluto like a challenge. So Pluto like to fulfill that time. And they say you gotta have something done by 4, you will have it done before that because you like the challenge. You like and do things at the last minute. It's a powerful planet. So Pluto is tough. But Pluto like to get revenge when dealing with work. Anybody treat you bad at work, anybody treat you bad when dealing with money or finances, you like to get revenge in this house. So be careful and balance yourself out and don't be too much hard working and be into your family more than anything. Balance that out. You're here to work in this house to give you the ability to do that, and this is one of your powers, but you got to balance it out. Don't work too hard. And so now Pluto is in the 11th house. It's in the house of Aquarius, Uranus. Because Pluto want to be different here. Pluto is in the house of Uranus. It want to be different here. And so, how do Pluto be different here? Pluto deal with the mind, humanitarian issues, and Pluto want to be independent. Pluto don't want to be around all these people like it usually do, so family oriented, so close. So Pluto ain't jealous here. Pluto gonna break the taboos about being jealous, because it's not gonna be jealous here. Pluto in this house, love is freedom. Pluto love to be a free thinker here. Pluto don't like to be trapped in the box when dealing with the mind. Pluto deal with the mind here. Pluto could be a great psychologist here. Yes, because Pluto is the master of the mind in this house, but it's on a universal scale. But Pluto loves to socialize and interact with people. So Pluto is different in this house. Sometimes Pluto don't. So Pluto powers is unique power, is different powers, is humanitarian powers. So Pluto, in this house, you could be a world humanitarian. I mean, a world leader, a world ruler. A lot of presidents and all type of things is in this house when you got Pluto in the 11th house. So in the 11th house, your job is to be the two-tier genius, to dissect and decode things with a scientific mind, to do this discernment between what is truth and what is not truth. So you're here to do that. You're here to get this knowledge and bring out new meaning to knowledge and be that inventor and bring out new ideas to the world. You're here to be the problem solver, bring out new solutions to solve problems in the world. So you most likely to have the inventor mind state. So the inventor mind state, when you got the Pluto in the 11th house, this give you as Aquarius spirit the ability to be not only a two-tier genius, but this is your power. Your powers is tapping into the unknown, dealing with things that's unknown and strange. So you like to be around people that's different and people that's strange. And you like to look at things that's strange and things that's different. You know what I mean? You don't like the norm. Like other people might watch reality shows. You watching something like how a baby getting cut out her mama womb, and you watch the thing that's different, like aliens and stuff like that, for example. And so when you got Pluto in the 11th house, your powers is unique power. Like I say, unique power, individual powers, and change is always occurring in your life. Because not only would you transform, but Uranus deal with change itself. So unexpected downloads, information come from the universe, so you collect cognates. I know. And so just don't battle people with I know, because you love to battle people because you all figure that you know this, you know that. So it's good to listen sometimes to people. But you the type who here to bring out new meaning to things and new meanings to life to help solve the solution of the world problem. So you're here not only to mess with the world as a whole, but to all those who need it, because you got a humanitarian mind state. So yours is universal. So you get along with everybody, you adapt to everybody. And so right now, you appear to be weird to people. You appear to be weird to people because this is a weird placement. So some people can't understand you. You feel like you're highly in advance. You know what I mean? You're above your time. You think quicker. And you can see things happen 10 steps ahead of time before people. So we got Pluto in the house of Uranus or Aquarius. This could be a fixed house. And so you have to change any negative mindset into something that's positive, and you would transform. You would go through things that deals with things that's weird and strange and things will always change in your life, events. You might think it's bad, but it's for the good. So long as you think of it as a positive way, and if you think of it as in a positive way, you will arise to your higher self, because this Pluto in the higher mind power, the higher mind power, knowledge is power, and this is the placement, humanitarian power. So this is a great placement. Now, when you got Pluto in the 12th house, when Pluto is in the house of Neptune, Pluto could definitely relate, because it can dive off into the spiritual realm of things, the metaphysics. So you're here to basically to be that psychic, basically. This is all around psychic, all around abilities. So you would have books that deal with psychic. And if you don't have books like that, you would notice that you see ghosts, or you'll notice something that's strange about you that deal with the spiritual realm. You'll notice, or you'll hear things. So you'll be a clear audience. You experience all abilities. So you will go through things that deal with the spiritual world. And you might think that demons attacking you and stuff like that. So once you get over that stage and come to your true powers, you'll manifest your psychic abilities and your gift and use it to help people. Because Pisces, this is the house of universal love, the house that love pleasures, the house that also the old soul, the house that's so sensitive. This house so sensitive. And so once you control your sensitivity and use it for the good, you'll win. So this house here love to give and love to help. So when you got Pluto in this house, your power is be the universal helper, the universal giver through your psychic vision, through your psychic feeling, through your psychic hearing, through all the psychic gifts. Even you can be a medium. So this is spiritual house. So how you win is you become spiritual, the spiritual power, spiritual powers. And so you must master the spiritual realm and master yourself. So self-love is needed in this house. So with self-love, you will advance. And so if you tap into religion and stuff like that, you cannot win. And so, because you won't see no practical truths in it, and you want to do your own divinity thing, because you know that this ain't religion, ain't it. So you'll be more spiritual. So use your spiritual powers to heal, to help. Use your spiritual powers to show love, to create, because you create your own beat, your own music. Because this is musical power. This is harmony power. This is unconditional love powers that you can bring to people, because you're very charming. You look very good. So your special sexity and your identity. And sometimes your sexity is so powerful that other people just gravitate to you, like they just come to you. You're just so attractive, so attractive. Your spirit is so attractive. And this is your power. Your power is attraction. And so you're here to be an example of universal love. You're here to be an example of the spiritual world. Show people what spirituality is and bring new light to the spiritual realm. So you like to dissect and decode anything that deals with the spiritual realm. You like to tap into the unknown or the underworld or the subconscious. And you know all about the subconscious. So you are like maybe 20 steps ahead of your time, because especially when dealing with people, their emotions, their feelings, you just know. You can feel people all across the world, because you got this ability when you got Pluto, the power in the house of Neptune, the spiritual world. So the spiritual world, you own that. You can be the master of the spiritual realm and be the master teacher, the master healer, and all in one. And so you're here to not to live in your fantasy world, because Pluto give you the power to get out the fantasy world, because Pluto don't like weakness. And so Pluto will help you ascend out the fantasy world, because Pluto will add to the water element. And you like to dive off into why you dream a lot, or why you fantasize a lot, and how do it help you? It teach you how to manifest. So Pluto will teach you how to manifest your reality. You're always searching to how to manifest through the spiritual realm, and you'll see everything is spiritual. You'll learn that self-love is the best, and you will grow into it and become into your true power and advance. And you'll be the spiritual master, and nobody can stop you, because you will go through things that deal with spiritual warfare, your emotions and stuff like that. You have battles, and you might go insane or go almost crazy. It might feel like suicidal, but the thing is, you will get out of that world and become into your true power once you know yourself. Because you keep transforming, and so your old ways will die. So that's death, and you will ascend to something that's new. And you always try to come better and be better in this reality. So metaphysics will help you. Science will help you to get back to your true essence of who you are. Because you are the scientist, you are the spiritual master, you are over the spiritual realm. Not only will you teach the spiritual realm, you can break it down scientifically with all the knowledge and all of the information from within yourself. Because it's all about inner power right here, inner strength, inner power. You have that, so you will glow, you will shine. People will see your charm. They will see that you're amazing. That I mean, and they'll see that you're one of the best lovers in the world. Because Pluto will give you the power to be strong. And so you will like mostly strong people, but you're coming to learn how to accept those who are weaker than you when you got Pluto in the house of spirituality of Neptune. And you also will break the code of religion and the taboos of the outdated religious system and become more spiritual and in tune and bring a new light to the world. So you're here to do that. You're here to dissect in the code anything that's religion. You're here to dissect in the code anything that's fake, that deal with the spiritual world, metaphysics, because you're here to bring the new metaphysics to the world and bring the truth. So you live in your truth is very important. You having faith is very important. Confidence, and this is how you win. Create your own music, your own tone, because you're the true musician of the world, and you know how it works. So this definitely would it be. And to add on, watch out for any addiction. drug addiction, alcohol, because you were transformed to something better. Ashe.